Hello, and welcome to another edition of Cable Incredible Radio, everybody. I am your host, Cable Guy, along with your co-host, Justin Credible. What's up, Justin?
What is up, Cable Guy? How are you, my fine friend?
Oh, I'm good. I'm back in Buffalo. I am recovered from the trip that I took out to Connecticut, and we're going to...
I am so sorry you're back in Buffalo. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. But anyways, I'm not doing much better in Waterbury, Connecticut, so we probably got it even Stevens on that one.
Right. I hear that. So let's get into the whole trip. So I ended up driving out from Buffalo to Waterbury, Connecticut. Okay.
Yes, killer, right?
And you know, I'm gonna give this trip its due, and we'll let the cards fall where they may, as I say. So
yeah, let's do it.
So I drive out there. I meet you at your house. Okay, we say hellos and greetings. I meet you. I meet Jill. I meet Christian. And then we run around, do a couple of errands, and then drop you off back at home. And then I end up checking into the hotel. They upgrade me to a suite while I'm there. So
yeah, that was freaking awesome, dude. You got like some kind of cloud at the Marriott, which is a good thing. Right.
By the way. Right. They were really, really good to me there. So
yes. And
then you and Jill and Christian ended up coming over and crashing and keeping me company all night before we went to the Comic-Con.
We did. Yes, we did. Well, hey, you're at the Marriott.
Yeah.
So, you know, hey, I mean, you know, Nature Boy says it all the time. The Marriott's, you know, say what you will about every hotel. Mm-hmm. The Marriott is always the best place in town. And,
oh yeah.
You know, they always treat the guests well. And dude, we slept out. You had a suite.
Yeah.
You know, my son's he's a hefty little guy. My wife's a tiny little thing, and I'm a big fat old boy. So, Christian, you know, we had two couches. We brought one over, and, we did the best we could. We just wanted to hang out, and I was a little tipsy. I just remember my wife throwing the little bottles of soda at me to wake me up, but I was a little tired as well. But I digress.
Right. So
you know, but we had a lot of fun, and we were just getting ready for the real big journey.
Oh yeah,
that we had
the
real journey.
So we see. This suite was basically like 2 rooms, pretty much.
Yeah, it was amazing, actually.
Yeah, and it had a great view. You know, I have all the pictures up in the description or in the background here, as you see. So we wake up, crack of dawn. We head out for Flushing, Queens, to a Comic-Con. We're there. I meet none other than Super Crazy, Spike Dudley, and New Jack, and
Mikey Whipwreck.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! How rude of me! I cannot forget Mikey. He was
and they had in 2 blocks away, the same guys. They had a couple other cats there that we didn't get to see. I don't know who was across because those gentlemen have 2 comic book shops that they do wrestlers and whatever. But a couple blocks across the street, they had another bunch of guys that I did not get to see, unfortunately. But you got to see it all. You got to see Mikey. You got to see Spike. And dude, does New Jack look 55 to you?
He does not.
He looks like the same New Jack from 25 years ago.
Right.
And he's calm, he's chill, but he's still scary as hell.
Oh, yeah. You know, I told him I loved his interviews, and he just sort of gave me like and, you know, whatever. Hey,
he's a cool cat. He's a cool cat. You gotta keep the persona.
Right. Now,
and that's all he's got these days. He's a pussycat, though. He'll get pissed at me for saying it, but I don't care. New Jack, you know, Jerome, you know you're a pussycat. Don't lie. But anyways.
Now, 911 was there as well, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
I couldn't believe it. I never met him before, believe it or not.
Really?
Never met 911 in my life.
Right. Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very good, but it's cool. He's a very cool dude.
Right.
You know what? He reminded me very much of, God rest his soul, Alex Big Dick Dudley. Alex was a good friend of mine, actually, and he passed away. But he reminded me of that kind of guy. You know, that big, burly, long-haired, mustache-looking biker-style dude. You know.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing I saw is like you know, if he wasn't a wrestler, he could be that dude who goes to your house if you owe those guys money type of thing. And, you know, he's like, "Where's the money?"
Yeah, I'm surprised a couple of them haven't come to mind yet, but we're hoping and waiting. But anyway, I digress. You know, but no, he was a very nice gentleman, and we had a great time. We got to all reminisce, tell some fun stories, and hang out with the fans, and it was a nice turnout.
Yeah, there was
really was a nice turnout.
We were a little late getting there, but in our defense, the GPS was messing with us, both of ours.
Man, you just can't. You can't judge when you have me riding with you. You're all done because you got pit stops, kids. I'm older. You got to piss every couple minutes. You know, it's not as easy as it used to be, but nonetheless, no, it's always hard going through to that part of town. Anytime you're going through Connecticut, through New York, through 95. Mm-hmm. I-95, or if, you know, I don't even know if we took 95, we took 87 maybe. But either way, that area it's hell. And we were close to the area, but we could not find the darn place.
Yeah, well, it was 2 locations.
Yeah, and it was so, that's what I mean, you know, it's like, it's great when you can, you know, Google Map and GPS everything, but that dumbs you down. Back in the day, we used to have maps, and literally, you stop at a gas station, and you'd be, you know,
right.
Hey, where's this place?
Right.
And it hopefully points you in the right direction. Now with Google Maps, it's you're there, but you're not there.
Right.
Turn right, turn left, turn one way, and it's like we're just going around in circles. We probably did circles for 10 or 15 miles, no exaggeration.
We did. So I drop you off. There was a line out the door waiting just for you, mind you. All right.
Yes.
I drop you off, and lo and behold, I get a parking spot right up front in front of the store in Queens, mind you. How the hell does that happen?
You got lucky. You got lucky as hell. That was great.
It was an excellent, like, little office area to work from, you know. So.
Yeah.
So after
go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, after that, we hopped back in the car and we jetted on down through the entire state of New Jersey to Dover, Delaware. Now, Delaware is a bit different of a state than Connecticut and or New York, to say the least.
It is. And unfortunately, you know, I literally passed my mother-in-law's town, and we couldn't stop because we didn't have the time, but my daughter and my oldest son lived there with my mother-in-law, and literally right off the exit, we couldn't have stopped. We didn't have the time, but New Jersey's a great place to live, and boy, you just hit exit 1 off that New Jersey Turnpike, and it just turns into either Pennsylvania madness, which is South Philadelphia, or Dover, Delaware, which is, I don't know which is worse.
Yeah.
But it's all pretty much armpit world, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Now, when you cross over from Jersey to Delaware, what many people don't know is that there's this like giant white stone bridge that it's just like, it's ridiculous how big it is, because you don't think for that part of the country there would be because, like, you know, and I'm not running. Dover was a great place. Like, I met a lot of cool people there, but it is way smaller than Buffalo. Like,
oh, of course, yeah, no doubt.
Like, when I was able to find where we wrestled on Google Maps, just looking at the sky view, you know, because we were right across from Dover Downs.
Yeah, pretty much.
And now, pretty much. They don't sell beer in gas stations there and whatnot.
No, that's a tricky situation. It's very hard to get alcohol in both Pennsylvania and in Delaware, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for an alcoholic. But you know, if somebody is on a run,
Right.
And I might have been running that weekend. I'm not sure. Hint, hint. Yeah, it could get a little tricky. So, but anyways, we got out of there. It was a successful show. And dude, we had an athletic commission down there.
Oh,
And, you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. We were at Rampage Pro Wrestling, and that like straight up, it's a mom and pop promotion. But so was WWF with Vince and Linda back in the day. So
yes,
it was in an agriculture museum, and and the thing is about Delaware is they got a lot more different rules about wrestling matches than in New York or Connecticut. For instance,
of course, yeah,
you are not allowed to bleed. I never knew that.
I found that out very much ashamed because, not to tell too many tales, but I, as an older gentleman, find it easier to get cut and take a walk around the building and use some cheap violence than take actual bumps in the ring. Hey, that's what I do.
Hey, okay, well.
But I get a big 300-pound monster who wants to make a name for himself, kicking my ass all over the damn town. And I got in trouble, if you recall.
Right.
I've been banned in Maryland for this. With Terry Funk, I got banned for fighting outside in the people.
Really?
Yes, Terry Funk and I both got banned in Maryland, which back in the after days would have been great, right?
Right.
Great headline in the Inside Wrestling magazine. Terry Funk dressed incredible, banned in Maryland.
Right.
But no, it's a big no-no. I didn't know that.
Right.
But I knew we couldn't get any blood, so obviously I wasn't going to disrespect them. But I knew what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I actually found a can of, and I'm not Canadian, but a can of a cap of pop.
Right.
Soda pop,
Yeah.
And I tried to take it to the forehead and just didn't do anything but pinch me. So I was like, well, screw it. I'm not going to even try and get these folks in trouble. Probably cause the promotion money, and then probably I wouldn't get paid either.
Right.
So
right.
I just left it alone and did the best we could. But we had a nice match, and I actually spoke to the guy afterwards. On the phone, he called me a couple days ago, after he hit me up on Twitter, gave him my cell phone number, he gave me a call, and he wanted to thank me. And he said, would you mind doing round 2 with me? I said, I'd love to do round 2, but this time things might be a little, I'd like to be a little different, I don't want any restrictions. First of all, I hate to think, being that what we do is sports entertainment, hence the word entertainment.
Right.
We are sport, but entertainment, why there's a commission. To me, that's a money grab.
Right.
To me, that's just dirty politics. That's just taking money from promoters trying to run on the shows.
Right.
And that's why a lot of promoters lose their shit, is because they're paying athletic commissions. They're just there for the what are they doing there?
Right.
They're not helping anybody. What are they got to do? So that's why at the end of the match I tried to work the hell out of them.
Right.
I laid in the middle of the ring. I had you come out. I had the commission come out. I'm like, you know what? Somebody earned their money. Somebody come check on me. I'm hurt.
Right. Hey, and
I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt real bad. I don't know if it's my feelings or what, but I'm feeling something.
Well, you set out to get a reaction, and a reaction you got.
But you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
It's like, come on now. It's if you guys want to be part of the party, let's be part of the party. I'm hurt.
Oh, I agree.
I'm hurt.
I agree.
So, hey man, there's a lot of ways, and I think you as a protege of mine, as someone I'm training in the business, I want to show you all those angles, because those are lessons that only the old school cats will teach you.
Exactly.
New school cats don't know any of that stuff.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
It's the little things. It's not doing the monkey flips and the 360. I mean, don't get me wrong; those all look pretty, and they're really, God bless you.
Right.
I used to try to pull that shit when I was 19, 20, or 21.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
there's a reason. There's a reason I don't. Because at a young age, Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin said, "Kid, you want to move, you could hit on anybody, whether he's 350 pounds or 200 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
So you certainly don't want to pick someone up for your finish. You want to either hit him with something like an RKO or a stunner or a super kick or something where you could hit anybody for a finish. You don't have to put someone on your back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I learned that real quick. Like, you know, you've got to learn those old school tricks, man, because you'll get, you know, yeah, a lot of those guys from New Japan are over, but go try to tell some 15-year veteran in the WWE to come take some $350 billion flippy flap splash hitter cutter thing, and they're gonna look at you like, yeah, kid, yeah, just kidding. We'll call it out there. You know, it's like you really got to be. Look, what we do is Rocky Balboa versus Apollo Creed versus Mr. T, whichever one you like.
Right.
We are the underdog story. The babyface, it's always we're telling the underdog story. Just before we got on the air, we had a small conversation about the movie Infinity War, which I saw with my son this weekend. Mm-hmm. It was the heel's turn to get the heat on the babyface. No spoiler alert: Spidey dies. A lot of good guys die. But why? Well, why the hell would you want to see Infinity War Part 2? Revenge. The good guys must win, right? They always do. So, and that's what we forget. We're telling stories. Professional wrestlers are storytellers. Mm-hmm. And that's simple. If you keep it simple, sometimes it makes it easier. It really, it's not a hard business, man. It's not a hard business. If you keep it simple. I mean, Ryan, I could, if you punch me in the mouth, I'd go down. Because who knows? You might not. You're an ex-boxer. You might knock my front tooth out. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't set out to do that.
I'm just saying. But if I don't sell it,
right?
How are they going to know? I know your credentials. You got to let the people know them.
Right.
So you punch me in the mouth, I'm going to sell it like you punched me in the mouth.
Right. Right.
You know, and I'm not saying everything should be a slow pace. I'm not saying we regress in the style of wrestling that is today.
Right.
But we must understand that we're living still in a day where we're still in the art of make-believe, guys. Right. And sometimes Jim Ross, who I'm not even that close to, I don't think he's very fond of me. He always kind of blows me off at conventions and stuff. I don't know why, but whatever. But I love him. I respect his work. I think he's probably the greatest in the game, still is.
Right.
It's like if he tells those boys in ROH, just slow down a bit. You're doing great stuff, man. But like if a power bomb on the side of the ring, or like the apron, if that's a high spot, what the heck are you gonna do for a finish? You think a roll up's gonna work, or what, or whatever? I mean, you could get the same intensity of fire of. One match I'm so proud of, I think it was 99, and it was no special event. It was an ECW Philadelphia Arena show, Shane Douglas and I, and we tore the roof off that place. I think actually he claims it's the only press slam he ever gave another athlete, and it was me through a table in the corner. But no, we just did all we did was basically called it all out there and copied a lot of Steamboat Flair.
Right.
But it wasn't about what we did. It's the fire. It was him looking in my eyes. He was a bloody mess looking in my eyes, and after I caned him a bunch of times, is that all you've got, you mother?
Yeah.
That all you got. I mean, to me, that's as much oomph as any moonsault is going to give you.
Right. Oh, I agree. I agree.
That's what I'm not saying. I'm not against the high spots. I'm just against of. Let's look at it. There's a way to like 50-50 it,
Right.
There's a way to sell them properly, because if it takes me 10 moonsaults to beat you, geez Louise, like your career's not going to last very long. I know I'm going on my 25th year this year. October 16th will be 25 years.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I always wonder how people like RVD and Kidman did it week in, week out.
I don't either.
There's no faking those moves.
No, there isn't. But Kidman hasn't been. Again, Kidman's not around anymore. He's still. I think he works for the office. RVD is still, because he's a freak of nature.
Yeah.
He really is a freak of nature.
Yeah. Well,
it's like, his
still looks the same as he did back in the 90s.
He's amazing. He's I'll give that man who I love. I think he's a great guy. I'll give him his due. He's the real deal.
Oh yeah.
He's the real deal. But there's very few of those guys, man. But he's also 230. And he's also thick and raw boned. Like sometimes, you don't have that physical makeup to make it as far as certain others. You have to kind of know your role,
right.
Know your limitations, know how far you can take your physical body. Not everybody is RVD. RVD, a lot of people used to make fun of him and rib him because of all the stretching he used to do, but in reality, that kept him healthy from, springing, tearing muscles or whatever, but, but that's not everybody. Everybody's body's different. My body's breaking down too.
Well, look at Chavo Guerrero. He still does it.
Yeah, he does.
And I don't know, would Chavo be considered a luchador or more, even though he's from El Paso, is he considered more of a luchador or a straight up wrestler?
For me, Chavo's a straight up wrestler.
Because he does some high flying stuff, but he
does. Yeah, but he's a Guerrero, and the Guerreros had that lucha. They had that lucha blood, but they also were legitimate wrestlers.
Right.
All of them. Eddie was a masterpiece, man.
Oh.
Being in there with him was like being in there with. As far as being in the ring, it was like kissing the mouth of God.
Right.
He talk about wrestling a broom.
Mm-hmm.
You just had to be there. You wouldn't even know what happened. He'd do it to himself.
Right.
If you had no clue where you were, all of a sudden you just found out he flipped himself and he's selling you something you didn't even know you did.
Wow. He was that good, huh?
He was really that good. Out of a hold or something, like he was special, but those are the good guys, man, and, then you had to lay it in when they had to, as far as the chops, but everything was safe. Like, they really tried to stay away from head trauma, a lot of head snapping bumps, a lot of the young kids, man, they think their bodies are going to last forever. I'm a big fan of the Bullet Clubs, right now, one of the hottest selling tees for pro wrestling tees, and I asked the boys, I asked Kenny, Nick, Matt, Cody, the other kid, Skrull, if I could do a rip-off of the Bullet Club with a Credible Club shirt with the Aldo mask and 2 Singapore canes.
Yeah.
And they allowed me to. And it's selling like hotcakes. But I don't know how long they're going to be able to do that. How could your body physically do all that?
Well,
I know how I feel.
Well, not for nothing. Look at the guys on Lucha Underground. Like, they jump 30 feet through tables and stuff like that. And it's like...
Yeah. Well, but the thing about Lucha Underground, that it isn't about WWE, is Lucha Underground, they get to do a set of tapings, for example.
Yeah.
They'll do whatever. I have no clue what their schedule's like. But they'll do a set of tapings. It could be a couple weeks worth.
Yeah.
But then that's how many weeks of TV? 14, 20.
Right. Oh, so then they're off?
So then they're off, yeah.
Oh.
They're not on the road. They're not doing house shows. So, again, that's where I question and a lot of people, it's been controversial, when does Vince have and I know Vince, the product, the machine, cannot have a season, like an off season.
Right.
But there's enough talent and rotation to where guys can leave television, still get paid, and then come back. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go for 9 months, give me 3 off, or I'll go for a month, give me 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Time it to a feud. You're doing a program with Ace over here, whatever his name. I'm just making up a name, Ace.
Yeah.
You do a 6-7 week, 2 pay-per-view program with Ace, then you take a couple months off.
Oh, okay.
Then you come back hot and fresh because you haven't been on TV. And you do a program with, I don't know, Johnny Nitro or whatever.
Yeah.
I know that's an actual name, but didn't mean it like that. But like Eddie, you know what I'm saying? You can come back from, there's ways to circulate talent.
Right.
Plenty of good talent there. They do not need anybody else.
Right.
But I think they need to circulate their talent and properly give guys a break. They really need to give guys a break.
Oh.
I know one thing I noticed about being at WrestleMania, and one of the biggest things I noticed, being so close up, because you got to remember, I haven't been to a WrestleMania A. Last WrestleMania I was at was WrestleMania 18. I saw it from the crowd. The only one I participated in was WrestleMania 17. I saw that from the ring.
Right.
But but being so close to this one is just a walk-on fan.
Yeah.
The guys looked tired.
Right.
It looked like they were slow. They looked tired. They weren't going through the motions. Their hearts were all in it. But man, I don't know. I can't explain it to anybody who hasn't done it. They just looked like AJ and Nakamura. They looked tired. I'm not saying they're out of shape. I'm saying everything they did was a little bit slow. They looked physically tired, worn down from just the road. Right. I'm not saying they're hurt. I'm not saying they did anything wrong.
No, I get it. They could use a break.
If they had a couple weeks off, you know what that would do to somebody?
Oh, yeah, 3 charges.
Brock Lesnar also coming in once a year or once every 2 years does him no favors because he's not in wrestling shape either.
Right.
Taker doing what he does, he's an attraction. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But anybody that knows anything about wrestling is you could do Stairmaster, you could do free squats, you could be in the gym all day. Nothing like wrestling shape. Because what happens with wrestling shape is there's nerves. I'm a very vocal performer.
Right.
So I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm passionate. So that's tensing your muscles. You're exerting yourself in ways that you wouldn't on a physical fitness machine or in a gymnasium.
Right.
So it's not just nothing like being in ring shape. So you got to have that. You got to play that very close to the vest. Like I worry about a lot of guys, man. By the time they get to NXT, they've probably been around for 10 years. Half of them in Japan.
Right.
Like this new kid. What's this new kid's name? The African American gentleman who just got signed up. What's his name?
I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm not too I like NXT,
kid.
but I'm not too familiar with it.
What's his name? The young kid. Jeez Louise. Dude, we're gonna look like tools not knowing him. Ricochet.
Okay.
He's been around for a long time, has been to Japan, been, wrestling all over the world. And I'm sure he has a lot of body injury.
Right.
And Jerry Lynn, the great Jerry Lynn, we always said it as a joke, said, look, at the beginning, when you graduate wrestling school, you get something that's called a bump card. You only have so many bumps on that bump card. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. It's like use them wisely.
Right.
What am I going to punch? It's like punching a clock is what he meant. Like, whatever your card has, whatever limit your card has, it's a metaphor. It's a joke.
Right.
But,
I get it.
How much bumps do you have in your card? I know mine are I have probably a dozen on my bump card.
Right.
I know that.
Yeah, I don't
have a lot left.
I've almost used them all at once, almost falling off roofs. So,
yeah.
I'm right there with you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not an easy thing. But again, I think we're thriving in the business. I think wrestling is in a very good place. I think I would just love to see where we're business. I would love to get to Vince's head or Hunter's head, and I'm sure they've thought of this somewhere down the line.
Right.
But man, they got a whole NWO invasion angle with that Bullet Club.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I mean, talk about just amazing. Like Monday Night Raw, nobody knows nothing.
Right.
And you just bring these guys in, kayfabe, and just Kenny Omega, the boys, the Jackson boys, Cody, whatever, rejoin with Finn and them cats.
Especially
Carl,
because
all them guys. Come on now.
Especially because they're coming from Japan, and it's sort of the East versus West sort of thing.
Brother, it's everything. They could just, man, that's what pro wrestling needs. It needs, and that's the fear is, again, Kev said it again, and I don't know if you said it on my video, but there's no competition. The problem with no competition is, like, we would compete with each other.
Right.
We'd do Raw on Monday. It didn't matter if you were big on the show or small on the show.
Right.
We'd want to know on Tuesday, what were their numbers? Who got what? Why did they what?
Right.
Like, it's like that healthy competition. Because it's like, I hate to say this term, but it's like, who's got the bigger dick? Who's better? And it makes you work harder, makes you work smarter, and it brings out the best in everyone, because then everyone's bringing their A game. So it makes professional wrestling, in my opinion, a lot more entertaining for the fan. And I also think it makes it better for the performer, for everybody. Everybody makes money, kind of.
Well, Lucha Underground, they're probably this is just my opinion. When it comes to the competition, I think Lucha definitely comes in second, maybe Ring of Honor or Impact third.
Really, it's that bad now in Impact, huh?
I don't know.
I don't watch it, but it's sad. It saddens me because
I only catch what I can on YouTube, man. But it's
that bad, huh?
Well, I liked it more. I liked more what I call classic Impact, back when you were on it, when Raven was on it.
Well, because there were still, again, those old school legacy guys, those cats that had been somewhere. Now you're even EC3. I love the guy. I know him personally. Good dude. I think he's got a lot of potential. Good looking, good body. Could do a lot. But, it's like, dude, you're EC3. You're already like, you're destroyed. It's almost like Aldo. It's like either repackage him or you got to do something different. Because anything TNA has done, you want to know a big story, big one real quick? And I'll say it real quick.
Okay.
There was a classic pay-per-view feud that we did in the early, when the Tuesday night TNA 999 tapings were on.
All right.
Of Jerry Lynn and myself.
Okay.
And we did every match possible. And I think the last one we did, and it was, I didn't like it personally, but it was Last Man Standing. I mean, we did it all. I gave him did basically all our old school ECW shit. He Frankenstein me from the top to the floor, through a table. I gave him the That's Incredible off the top. We bled and stuff, and it was a great feud, great match. But after that match, there was a production meeting the next morning.
Right.
And Jarrett said to Jeff, well, else, because there was heat because Jeff's match didn't get over because we were on before them and we ripped it, we just killed it. We did all our old ECW shit. We ripped it,
Mm-hmm.
Did everything, all our cool shit we did, And then Jarrett goes to his father, well, son, if you can't follow him, don't put him on before you. So even though Jerry won the feud, neither one of us came back for a long time.
Oh, wow. Huh.
Because of what? Because we had too good of a match, and it was it was doomed to fail. Because when you're Paul Heyman said to me, because I did the same thing to Paul, when I first won the title, I was scared to death. I'm like, Paul, I'm going on ECW Arena. It's 8 o'clock. I got first match, Balls and the Dudley Boys. Balls and Axel, God rest their souls, against the Dudley Boys. All of them bleeding, going through tables, and I'm going to finish the show 3 hours later? And he said to me, well, if you can't do it, then I guess we got to get somebody else for the job.
Huh.
It basically like ante up, bitch.
Right.
Like, okay, they're doing that, but there's other ways to work. You don't need to go blood and guts. You can go psychological. There's a lot of other ways to go.
Right.
But he taught me Terry Funk again. One of the reunion shows. It was like Hardcore Homecoming that they did. I don't know who ran them. I think Shane's people ran them. I'm actually on one of the discs, the cover of me with the wife beater tank top and the kendo. But it was like, dude, you have to go and watch every match. Terry Funk's like, God damn it, because he was a special guest referee. It was me, Raven, Sabu, and Sandman in a fatal 4-way, and Terry Funk was a special guest ref. And Terry and I and Tony DeVito, who is a friend of mine, he's a fellow New Yorker, Poughkeepsie gentleman, but one of my best friends. And we were with Terry watching the matches up in the Eagles Nest, the old WCW, ECW Eagles Nest. And he was like, God damn it, Justin. Why are us old folks only the ones up here watching the shows? I was like, Terry, I don't know, man. He goes, they just don't know any better that we're still going to kick all their fucking asses. Just like that. Not meaning literally, like we're going to beat them up, but like we're still going to watch everything, not repeat what somebody already had done.
Right.
Right? If you don't watch the show, you could repeat spots. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as an artist, as like a director or an actor, I'm not gonna, I'm still gonna go out there, even have him as a special guest. I won't beat him.
Right.
And just in that spirit alive of just watch every match, man.
Right.
What else you doing? Stand by the curtain. You don't need to be going over your spots 50 times over with the same wrestling student you've had that same match with 30 times.
Right.
Right?
So
at these wrestling schools, like they wrestle their buddies like 1 million times, and it's like that's their WrestleMania match.
Right.
It's like, kid, go out there and just lock up and give me 10 minutes, dude.
Right.
Don't mean it gotta be bad 10 minutes. You give me good 10 minutes, but make it 10 minutes and don't fucking make it fake.
Right.
I could make 10 minutes look like $1 million, dude. I mean, if you're gonna, that's one thing Steve Austin said. If you're gonna fucking hit those ropes, hit those fucking ropes. And nobody hit those ropes harder than Austin.
Right.
If you remember back when he was with the Hollywood Blondes, he hit those ropes like a lunatic. Because why? If you're really getting pushed off, you're taking that momentum to sling you back. So that believability wants to be there, right?
Right.
And people are just like kind of half-ass, dipsy-do, like you're, doing a little dance.
Well, ever since I heard X-Pac say in one of his podcasts, when you hit the rope, you try to do it in 3 steps across the ring, otherwise you look like the Flintstones.
You do? Oh, yeah. It's one. To me, it's a 3 count. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I do 1, 2, 3, flip, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. 1, 2, 3, turn.
Yeah.
And the Hearts taught me that. Well, I take 1 giant step, second, then on the third, I do my pivot foot to turn. 1, 2, 3, turn. Unless you're starting from the middle of the ring, which you can just do like a couple, either a step and a half or, whatever.
Right.
But if you're doing a regular shoot off, it's 3-step turn. It really is.
Oh yeah.
Or else you look like it looks super. We all know it's fake, but goddamn it, don't expose it.
Right. So
don't expose it to the people. We know it's fake. Just try to make us lose the believability in the action. That's all. That's what I was always taught.
Right.
Look, they know it's fake. They know you guys aren't hitting each other. And that's why I stay out there and I'll sell. I'll cry.
Yeah.
I'll ask for help.
Oh yeah. That you did at the show. That you did. At one point when it spilled into the crowd, you came up to me like, "Help!"
Just any little thing, man. Any little thing to make it legal. Maybe we could fool one fan.
Right.
Tonight. Maybe we could just get one kid that said, "No, I know it's all fun and games, but." Even the Mark EMT said, "Oh, I don't know, man. His elbow messed up." Yeah, my elbow looks messed up because I got a ton of chips off in it. Right.
Well, that's the truth, It's so
but
we finished it.
You work it and you sell it. And
oh yeah.
Hell, and then you know what, dude, you could even play further than that, and you could take it even more than that. And we could have had a run-in come in, and if I wanted to turn babyface, somebody come in, and after I was selling that shot, if they wanted to turn me instant babyface, have the next heel come by, blast me with something, and work my arm over and break my arm over a chair.
Oh yeah, true.
While the EMTs are in the ring.
Oh yeah, that would have been crazy.
And then I come out in a sling the next time.
Oh yeah.
It's not, dude. We're not doing rocket science. We're doing pro wrestling.
Exactly.
It ain't that hard, right? So, anyways, I'm going on my old school tangents.
No, it's cool. This is what people want to hear. So we finished up the show, and then we hopped back onto the road, and then I drove us all the way back to Waterbury, and we got back
bless your heart. I don't know how you did it. I was halfway sober, halfway drunk, halfway just exhausted. And I shouldn't be saying this to the people because I really am trying to stay sober. That's legit. I had a weak moment this weekend, and I'm not going to lie. I admitted it to Ryan. And that's nothing to be proud of, but I'm trying to be better. I'm not, again, we're trying not to pull any punches anywhere. But nonetheless, no, man, this sumbitch drove all the way back to Waterbury, Connecticut from Dover, Delaware. But it made me happy because he did the right thing. This kid did his first big road trip, and he did it right, and he got me home safe. And I said, damn it, dude, please just call me and let me know you got to the damn hotel. Just please tell me you get home safe, you poor son of a bitch. I don't know if you guys people from other places who might not understand the geographical nature of this. We're talking, we did about a good 700 to 800 miles that day.
4 states in 20 hours.
Yeah. And you know what we made combined? We lost it. We probably lost more because you were kind enough not to take any trans. You took it as a learning experience.
Oh yeah.
I made $400 that whole weekend. We lost money technically. If we were doing it old school and we were splitting it 50-50, we would have lost money. But you took the hit. You had the hotel room, dude. This is why pro wrestling sucks sometimes. We do all this hard work, travel all these miles, rent all these rooms, kill our personal cars, fill our gas tanks to entertain a few fans. It means a lot to us. And I think fans need to start realizing, I don't mean it like in a bad way, but man, they need to start realizing that if they really want to be pro wrestling fans, and when they see pro wrestling on the marquee, they need to come and support it. They really do.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody talks about the WWE universe. Well, they need to support the indie universe because right now we have a lot of good stuff going on in independent wrestling.
Oh yeah. Now,
you and I, Ryan, are independent wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in the later stages of my career. I only have a couple left in me, but you're still a young buck. But man, people really need to realize that $10 from this one, $20 from that one, $30 from this one, an autograph from this kid, a picture with this kid, it all makes a difference, and people need to support. Because if you support it, you keep it alive.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not always going to be fortunate to have a guy like Ryan flip the bill to come out here and stay at the Marriott and bring me around. I couldn't have afforded that trip. He did that out of the kindness of his heart. I couldn't have afforded that. But I made my town. I made my little money for the week. Fed my family, whatever. He did his deal too. He paid his dues like I did he did the young boy dues like I had to do mine 20-something years ago. And I don't mean that to be harmful.
No, but here, let's talk real quickly about what I did get out of this, okay? For one, I got basically a lot of invaluable road experience about the lessons that you will learn from Lance Storm, the Hart, Scott Hall, all combined into one,
that's the point, though, Ryan. You don't get me. Those. Yeah, you don't get that. You just don't get that by signing up and by getting put in a spot. You learn it by doing it. You learn it by getting in the fucking car. And you know what? If you weren't driving, back in my day when I wasn't driving and I'd fall asleep, Kurt Hennig would smack me in my head from the back seat and blame it on X-Pac.
Damn.
Because, I don't know who else, somebody else would be driving, but Kurt would give me a big open-handed smack to the back of the head, stun you, like, holy shit. Not like to hurt you, to kill you,
right.
Just like a little slap, a little bitch slap. and then point to kid, and the kid's like, I didn't do it.
And here's another thing that I got out of that. And I'm not saying this gloating or tooting my own horn or anything like that. But one thing you did do is you definitely raised my stock up on the indie scene just a little tiny bit.
Well, I did, dude. Hey, but that's the point. Why do you think my stock rose when I went with those guys? It's you win a little at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you win over people. You shake enough hands.
Right.
You show people your honesty. You show them, hey, I'm a good talent. I'm a good man. I work hard. I'm reliable. You'll get that back. And that means something. But you got to do a lot of it, man. People don't realize shit don't come overnight.
No, it doesn't.
It takes a lot of heart, man. It takes wrestling. I could say is more. It's not as tough as boxing. Boxing, I know, is harder, probably, right? Physically, but pro wrestling takes heart, desire. And I know boxing does too, but in a different way.
I'd say it's debatable which one is harder because
I don't know. I've never been in the ring, nor do I want to be.
Yeah, but some of these indie wrestlers that I met at the gym, they're bigger than you or I. Right when I'm done working out, like, okay, I'm good. Let's go home. It's 11 o'clock. Like, no, we're going to start a whole other group exercises.
Yeah, and you know where they'll be? Nowhere, ever. They'll be nowhere because they're not doing their other homework. They're not listening to guys. Look, we said it a million times. The click was the click, not because we wanted to be the click. You want to know why we were the click, and I'm the bastard member of the click?
Why is it?
We wanted to, when everybody else wanted to just go fucking party, we all got in the car and said, how do we make this fucking better?
Right.
How do we make our matches better? Yo, Kev, you did that thing last night. It fucking stunk up the joint, dude. The whole crowd went down when you did that.
Right.
Like, you killed it. You killed your moment.
Right.
And then it's like, Peach, you did that wrong. You're like, what the fuck? Slow down.
Right.
Or, Kid, you did this. Or, Hunter, you did that. And whatever. Sometimes there were split crews because we got, when Hunter came in and when I came in, there were, they got a little bigger, so we were renting like utility vans. But sometimes we would even split because depending on A and B towns, we were split up.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of just talking about how do we get to that next level because we wanted to beat. We had to fight. That's one thing Vince was great about by not giving out guarantees.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like the good thing, and I hate it because I love to protect the boys, and I know a lot of NFL players don't get the big guarantees.
Right.
But it's like you gotta, I want to see some stats if you want to get paid.
Right.
And I hate that because I think, God forbid you have a freak injury, you don't deserve that either, but that's not fair. But you know what I mean? It's like we wanted to make each other better.
Oh,
if I fucked up, somebody would tell me, yo, you, not in a mean way, but we'd make a joke of it over a beer, but you fucked up. Sometimes you'd be the joke the whole weekend,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, dude. We were. It was like a fraternity, like a college frat house.
Oh, it definitely was. This definitely was a crazy experience, but you delivered on everything you promised to me, time permitting. Like on the way back, it was 3 a.m. We were passing through Stamford. You gave me the option to go to the training center and potentially meet Vince, but I was exhausted. You were exhausted.
Dude, at that point, it's like, I don't care if it's fucking John F. Kennedy. Let's go.
Right.
Keep driving, babe. Keep driving.
There'll be other...
Dude, there'll be other times. There'll be other times. There'll be other memories.
Guys who work out at 3 in the morning in their 70s tend to be around for a while.
I'll be around for a minute. Don't worry, you'll get your chance,
So,
and we'll get more than another.
So,
you know,
oh yeah,
I'm just glad. I'm really honest. It makes me happy as a guy, as a wrestler, that you enjoyed yourself.
Oh,
that you understood the lessons that were being. You know,
I got the whole experience. Everything from the boys sharing the rooms to cut costs to the endless hours on the road to having to listen to stupid comments that people make, not putting anyone out there, but, you know, everyone always has something to say to somebody in passing. And I had a great time at the Rampage Pro Wrestling. And,
I did too. I had a great time. And they were really nice guys. Everybody was very nice.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I'm sure some rumors were dispelled. Like, you thought New Jack was going to be a killer.
Oh, yeah.
And he was pretty much probably a teddy bear, wasn't he?
He was great with me.
He just, dude, you know, but again, that shows you his brilliance.
Super Crazy was great with me. Mikey Whipwreck, my very first Twitter follower. That's why I feel so bad for not giving him his due. He was the first one to follow me on the Twitter that you had me set up. Real cool with me. Spike was cool with me.
Oh, Spike's the best, dude. You don't get any. He's another one. He came up so hard, so old school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he got his ass. I mean, and this is like stuff I don't even agree with. He got beat up bad. Like, he'd get beat up so bad he'd come back shaking.
Oh wow.
Which I don't agree with. I mean, that's
not
too
right.
much.
Oh wow.
No, it's stuff I don't agree with. But again, that wasn't, you know, I had nothing to do with that. But he's highly intelligent and great man. Great man, you know, and all those people. You know, I'm almost, dude, you're almost choking me up because everybody there took care of me. Nobody there fucked me. Nobody there hurt me. We all played our little part. We all played our little part, you know.
And two final things in closing for today's podcast. Number one. Yes, listeners, he does in fact speak fluent Portuguese and can flow in and out of English and Portuguese like it is no one's business. And secondly...
You noticed that?
Oh, yes.
You noticed it?
And secondly, Super Crazy is a lot bigger in real life than I imagined he'd be. Yeah, I was taller than all those guys, but he had some size to him.
Oh, he's beefy dude. He's, again,
a luchador.
He's a great... Again, I haven't seen Crazy in 10 years, but when you see somebody like that, that's your blood brother.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but that's the beautiful thing about our business is it's like, I haven't seen you in 10 years, but come here, motherfucker. Give me a big hug.
And I wasn't allowed to watch Super Crazy, so that's why when I took those pictures and posted them, it was sort of like, aha. You won't keep us apart.
No, he's a good dude, and that's the beauty of it is I haven't seen a lot of those guys in a lot of years, and there's a lot of shared love when you share that kind of passion.
Oh yeah.
And the one genius Heyman had was he didn't brand one wrestler or two wrestlers. I mean, you could say Sandman and Tommy Dreamer and the franchise and RVD, but he branded EC Dub.
Oh yeah.
Because we could all be interchangeable parts and still EC Dub.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You know, and that was his genius. And he's the, you know, like I said, he's the devil. He's the devil himself. You know, for good and for worse, for whatever good and for whatever bad. But he was always good to me, and I honestly really don't have any ill will on him. I'm not friends with him. I don't talk to him.
Right.
I don't try to either.
Right.
I mean, just, you know, if I see him, I'd shake his hand and say, thank you, hi, how are you?
Other people who will remain anonymous have a differing opinion.
Yeah, I know, but he kept, I don't know if it was maybe pity for me and my wife.
Right.
And for us having a kid and stuff at that time, and I don't know what it was, but he was always, to me, I got out pretty good, you know, compared to others. So, you know, it is what it is, you know.
Right.
I'm lucky to look. I'll always be remembered for those 3.5 years, more so than anything else.
Right.
And I'm proud of that. At least I had that. A lot of guys don't get that.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna close out today's podcast. Justin, it has been great. I tell the listeners, sit tight. We have guests coming. Everyone's just very busy.
Oh, we do.
And
we got plenty of surprises. And dude, when May 20th drops,
oh yeah,
you'll probably have everybody.
Oh yeah,
on your podcast. That's going to be You're going to get paid overtime for that one.
Oh, for sure. I'm looking forward to my debut on the 20th. Rumor has it I'm entering the Battle Royal.
Yeah, that's it's not a rumor, it's a fact, so better start promoting now, Ryan.
Oh, you know I will.
So, you know, we all got to keep this in the family, and hey, man, I love you, Cable Guy. Sorry.
It's cool. It's cool.
But hey, cool. You know what it is. It's fam.
It is. So,
and you know, we'll talk, and I can't wait for the next one. We'll have something new and fresh for the next podcast, and something that will blow somebody's mind.
We will see you next time, everybody. Let's all be nice to each other out there.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Cable Guy.
All right. Bye now.
This is a Chicky Beat production.